glasses too.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Women. We have the power to create, to nurture, and to transform. And the best part about becoming an older woman is becoming a wiser woman. And much of that wisdom doesn't come from the textbooks we've read, but from the mistakes we've made, or the mistakes made by our sisters and our girlfriends. Take my friend Joan, for instance. She's one of the smartest, most educated, successful women I know, and yet, in her 30s, with a screaming toddler in the back seat, Joan pulled away from the gas pump with the nozzle still attached to the back of her minivan. Now, thanks to Joan's story, I've never made that mistake. I became aware of the problem, and I took steps to prevent it from happening to me. Breast cancer touched my life when I was diagnosed at the young age of 50. I was in excellent health, and I had none of the risk factors. I had a master's degree in biology and had taught health education for over 20 years at the middle school through university level. I wrote the health curriculum for one of Orange County's top school districts. I exercised. In fact, I found my lump when I came home from a Pilates class. I ate a low-fat diet. I was not a smoker. I have no family history, and I am BRCA 1 and 2 negative. So at that point, I began to ask myself, what happened? And what can I do so that this doesn't happen to the women I love, to my sister, to my daughter-in-law, to my new granddaughter, to my friends and my students? And that's when I Googled 3 words: breast cancer prevention. And I found the Breast Cancer Fund. Now, in its 6th edition, their landmark report, State of the Evidence, the connection between breast cancer and the environment, evaluates and summarizes the research that links breast cancer to chemical exposure. Today, 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. That's 3 times what it was in the 1960s. Only 1 in 10 of these women will have a family history. More than 80,000 chemicals are registered for use in the United States. Fewer than 1 in 10 have been tested fully for their health effects on humans. The increasing risk of breast cancer in the United States since World War II parallels the proliferation of synthetic chemicals found in our food, our products, our water, and our air. The good news is we can do something to reduce our risk, like buying simple, non-toxic cleaning products, choosing hormone-free meat and dairy, buying BPA-free drinking bottles and canned food, never microwaving in plastic, buying organic foods without pesticides, and choosing cosmetics with non-toxic ingredients. And I think a lot of you stopped by our booth tonight and picked up this excellent flyer from Campaign for Safe Cosmetics, who we at Breast Cancer Fund collaborate with. Tear off the bottom part and be sure that you look at the ingredients on this list and avoid them when you're buying personal care products for yourself. I did some foolish things before I became an older, wiser woman. I did them with great enthusiasm. I ate my daily meals off of beautiful lead dishes. I let a salesman convince me they were safe despite the Prop 65 warning right there on the shelf. If I saw a weed, I grabbed the Roundup. If I saw an ant, I grabbed the Raid. If I saw a spot, I soaked myself and it in bleach. If I saw a gray hair, I dyed it. If I felt too pale, I got my spray tan. If I observed a wrinkle, I slathered on the cream without reading a single label. I saw a flea on the dog, I'd balm everything. I drove up and down the 405 freeway in my brand new car, complete with its new car smell, sipping my hot latte through its plastic number 6 polystyrene, a known carcinogen lid. My doctor said I created the perfect toxic milieu in my body. So I've arrived at a critical juncture. The growing scientific evidence makes me realize the woeful shortcomings of my better living through chemistry paradigm. I can no longer claim not to understand the impact of chemicals on my health. I've never really been an environmentalist, but I sure have become acutely aware of the effects of the environment on one's health. But mistakes can be the most powerful teachers we have. Steve Jobs said, sometimes life is going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. And I have not lost faith. Because I know that women have the power to create, nurture, and transform. So create change with me. Let's call October Breast Cancer Prevention Month. We're all aware of the problem. Let's educate each other about the solution. Ask questions about the ingredients and the products you're buying this holiday season. Hold government and businesses accountable. Remember this old grandma's story, or my friend Jones for that matter, and grow wiser with us. Nurture the women you know by empowering them with the information they need to reduce their risk of breast cancer. Please visit our website for more information on how you can join this breast cancer prevention movement. Help transform how our society thinks about and uses chemicals. And together we will transform the epidemic incidence of breast cancer. Thank you, Luna, for having us, and thank you to you for attending tonight, for supporting the work of Breast Cancer Fund. I appreciate it very much. And now I'd like to introduce Lunafest alum, Brooke Kiesling.